of you have heard these phrases. I'm just not a good maths person. That's just the way I am. I am too old to learn something new. Many people have heard these phrases, and for a long time they believed in them. These self-limiting beliefs dictate high potential boxing capabilities into a neat, unchangeable package. What was not known then was that they were living with a monster known as a fixed mindset. This is the belief that qualities like intelligence and talents are static and cannot be meaningfully changed. What if our brains are not set in stone? What if the feeling of being not good enough or stuck isn't a permanent condition, but a temporary one? What if you could quite literally rewire your brain? That's the power of a growth mindset. This is the belief that your abilities could be developed through dedication, hard work, and good strategies. It is the difference between saying, I can't do this and I can't do this yet. The word yet unlocks a world full of potential. As a child, public speaking was terrifying. People would get flustered and their minds would go blank. They would feel utterly humiliated. Their family and teachers, meaning well, would say, it's okay, some people just aren't good natural public speakers. This was accepted and there was a fixed mindset about speaking abilities. Years later, there was a critical presentation for a new job. Old fears resurfaced and the first instinct was to panic and find an excuse. But the coach, instead of saying, you will be fine, said, let's work on a new strategy. The problem was broken down. The first presentation was not perfect, but it was miles better than the childhood performances. Mistakes were not seen as proof of ineptitude. They were seen as data points, feedback for the next round. It was not about being an innately good speaker, but with every presentation, things got better. This is living proof that a growth mindset is not only about ignoring limitation, but also seeing them as a starting point to learn and grow. So, how do we cultivate this growth mindset? How do we move from the safety of I can't to the adventure of I can't yet? First, embrace struggles. Do not run away from challenges. Instead, seek them out. Like a muscle, your brain needs resistance to grow. The feeling of difficulty is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of your brain developing. Second, celebrate efforts, not just outcomes. When we only praise results, we teach ourselves that the final grade or the end product is all that matters. But when we value the process and the effort, we learn to love the learning of itself. Third, reframe feedback. Instead of hearing criticism as an accusation, listen to it as a roadmap. Ask probing questions, not to defend yourself, but to genuinely understand how you can improve. Fourth, add the word yet. This simple shift in language itself transforms a static statement into a forward-looking, more hopeful one. It creates space for progress. Potential is not a finite resource to be guarded. It is a boundless one to be grown. The journey from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset is not always easy, but it requires vulnerability, persistence, and a willingness to feel uncomfortable. But the payoff is immense. It allows you to become more creative, more resilient, and more courageous. Thank you.